All right, everybody, welcome back to Beans No Ball. As promised, as we've been hyping this up for so long now, the schedule release is officially here and we're going to get into it. First reactions, it just came out right under an hour ago. So, Christian, let's just get started with what we're getting. Week one, was it September 8th, I believe, is when the season starts?
September
5th for
I think
Thursday.
so.
5th for the
Fifth,
Thursday.
fifth is when it starts. Fifth is when the season officially starts.
The 8th is when
but-
our season starts.
Yeah, 8th is when our season starts. But kickoff, man, look, this was already leaked already. Ravens Chiefs. I think this is probably the easiest one to depict here. Look, rematch of the AFC Conference Championship game. Obviously, look, Lamar's gonna come back for that revenge game. Obviously, that defense in that game for the Ravens, they're doing all they could. They're holding their ground against that Chiefs team that we went over. But again, Mahomes, we talked about it a lot. Cannot count Mahomes out. This is all you can already say. This is probably going to be the best game of Week 1. But when we're looking at these other games, you know, there's some pretty decent ones there. But that kickoff right there, already back-to-back years where we're getting a really good Week 1 game to open up the season.
Yeah, I love this game. Wouldn't be surprised if the Ravens pull off the upset. We know how the Chiefs are kind of known to start off a little slow. Kind of maybe would expect that, especially they got a tough schedule to start. But I would probably take Baltimore just right now because there's a revenge factor. There's all that. But yeah, hell of a game to
They're coming
start
a
you
little more
off.
bloodlust into this game, so it will kind of be the obvious choice to go with them there.
Yeah, and I think that's good. And we're kind of transitioning, still talking about Week 1, obviously, but our first Sao Paulo game, I think we got into this just a little bit when the news came out that there would be a Sao Paulo game. It'll be at I believe it's the Corinthians Arena in Sao Paulo, and definitely I would say a pretty good game. The Packers against the Eagles.
It's gonna be a good one. Honestly,
it's a surprising matchup to throw international, but I mean, I'm all up for it. It's the first Friday game to start a week. It's a little weird the way it goes. I believe it's on Peacock. It doesn't make it any better, but I think it's a great game. And I mean, just moving into all the primetime games, of course, we're loaded with Jaguars games in London. Caleb Williams goes to London. Definitely a hell of a game.
Yeah, honestly, look, as a rookie coming to the international game, as the QB for this team, that was kind of expected. Bears, Jaguars, sure. I mean, look, a lot of people are overhyping the Bears already. And I mean, come on, look, they got Caleb Williams, Romeo Dunze. They're already favoring them as a top duo. We have to wait at least 5 weeks into the season to see what they can really do there. But, you know, all the overhyping, sure, you can justify it, but still, you're going against the Jaguars team where Trevor Lawrence, he's coming into his, I think his contract season, right? To
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, this is his contract season, man. So Trevor Lawrence, he's gonna be fighting for that contract, for that extension to keep continuing leading the Jaguars here. So I'm really gonna expect Trevor Lawrence to really fight this season here in this Week 6 game. Already going into first quarter of the week, coming into a team with Caleb Williams. This is gonna be one to watch, and then another one. You know, Jaguars got another international game, like you said, back to back.
Another rookie. Actually, all the London games got rookies. Now that we're looking at Drake May takes on the Jaguars again, and back in Week 5, Aaron Rodgers takes on JJ McCarthy. So obviously, starting them young, sending them into sending them into London for a nice little exposure for the young guys. And
then you got Giants,
Christian,
Panthers.
We said, I mean, yeah, you know, we'll throw that in. The Panthers have time games. Does this count as a primetime game? I guess for what it's worth.
That game's gonna be low scoring. I'd be really surprised, but you know, still.
Will it be low scoring? Will the defense just shit the bed? We don't know how that game will go.
I don't know, man. Neighbors is going for 300, and the score is going to end up being 17-17. That's all I'm gonna say.
Keep it. But of course, before we move on from those NFL Network games, now of course the NFL Network triple header on a Saturday, I believe there's like 5 games that are a possibility. I think my Rams against the Cardinals in Arizona, which is something that I'm very interested in seeing if I go to. Maybe I'll drag you along. Definitely something that I would hope gets thrown into a Saturday game. And Christian, Thursday night cooked for once. Thursday night, we don't have any shitters. We don't have Panthers games. We don't have.
Well, other than you can kind of count. I mean, Broncos Saints.
I like it. Here's the thing. And here's what I was telling you. Look, and that's the thing. Like, you got to get some of these teams primetime games. It sucks, but at least it's a spicy little storyline.
But the way it's looking, look, the ratio to like the good teams and the bad teams, the way it's set up, we got a lot of great.
Maybe you're throwing in some teams that, like, you know, maybe do they belong in primetime?
But
they're playing a good team, so it's still. Philly games are pretty good. I'll
I mean, look what
I'll take Jaden Daniels against Jalen Hurts.
And I mean, look what you're looking at. I mean, look, first Thursday nighter, second Thursday nighter. We're open. Look, it's a revenge game for the Bills and Dolphins. You know, after the Dolphins blew away the division.
Divisional game.
Exactly. You got the Niners, Seahawks. That's always a
Okay,
nice division
but
to go there.
I will say one thing. Probably not cooking week 4. I mean, we know it's gonna be a blowout.
Oh yeah, no,
I
wasn't even gonna mention that, dude.
We kind of have to.
Time. Yeah, I know, but look, not even gonna elaborate on that one. We see how it is. Look, the streak's been going. Dak hasn't lost to the Giants since his rookie year. I'm really hoping that streak continues there. So not really too much further elaboration on that. But next
my
week,
Rams, Christian, 2 Thursday nights. I believe we have 5.
Exactly.
We have 5 primetime games that I'll fully
week 8 against the
little by
Vikings,
bit.
and then week 15 against the
Niners in San Fran.
Yes.
And I mean,
those are gonna be really good games.
I'm trying to go to the Vikings game. That definitely sounds like a good one. I think Jared Verse can beat up on McCarthy a little bit, but I mean, yeah, overall, I mean, hell of a run for Thursday night that we probably didn't expect. We were already talking about it, didn't seem good. And Sunday night, the first one, week 1, I told you this got leaked just a couple hours ago.
The rematch.
Rams head to Detroit. And I was telling you, Jared Verse is gonna cook the hell out of Jared Goff. I'm fully expecting a win here. I'm gonna book it right now. It's gonna be a hard fought game, no doubt. But I mean, I'm loving the script makers. There's some questionable calls throughout all this, but overall, I think it's great. I mean, where are the Cowboys? I mean, the Cowboys are going against Baker, and believe week 16.
We are.
And you go to Santa Clara on Sunday night. Remember what happened last time?
You're forgetting too. Our first Sunday night opener is against the Steelers. Your historic rival, right? Cowboys and Steelers. It's always gonna be ugly. Yeah, Cowboys Steelers week 6. It's a historic rival. This game. This is gonna be a good look. You're looking at this like Cowboys, the team compared to the Steelers. You're gonna expect a decently well played game by Dallas, but no. I'm gonna think this
someone who historically has had some good games against the Cowboys.
Exactly, but I mean, there's always a historical game when it comes to the Cowboys and Steelers. I'm really expecting a good match right then and there. I really wouldn't expect it if we end up losing it in a heartbreaker against the Steelers team. But other than that game, the really one I'm really worried about is the Niner game, man. All the Niner fans I know. No. I don't remember. No. I don't remember. That was a blur. We have bad history with the Niners. Like, we've been on a losing streak with them for the past couple years, hoping that it'll finally end. I don't know how much praying I'm going to have to do, but regardless, I'm at least hoping it's going to be a good game and not a blowout. I'm pretty sure every other fan out there is going to hopefully expect it to be a good game, at least, man. Please don't blow out.
Too. I mean, obviously, I forgot to throw in the Rams' other Sunday night game. Christian, would we go in there to share our hatred for Philly in this game? The Eagles come into town Sunday Night Football. If I recall correctly, the last Sunday night we had against Philly was a disaster. The year we made it to the Super Bowl, Nick Foles came back once again. But I mean, just some Sunday night revenge on Philly. Really excited overall to see. Really excited to see the Rams back on Sunday night. That's something that I always have a soft spot. There's always something about watching your team on Sunday Night Football, and I was deprived of it last season. They did not believe in us, and look where we are now, where they're putting us. And Christian, I guess we could throw this back into the Monday Nighters, and I don't know, what do you got? I'm seeing a pretty good
Cowboys,
game
Texans,
with Joe Burrow.
Texans and Cowboys.
There too, but Joe
That's
Burrow
the one
going into Dallas.
So this is finally going to be look, we already played the Bengals there without Dak. All right, we beat them without Dak. Cooper Rush, that game. I still remember it. Tahario it was our senior year of high school, right? Pretty sure it was.
Was it last year?
2022? Yeah. It was our senior year. That game when Dak injured his thumb for the first 6 weeks. When he led the league in interceptions.
Okay.
Yeah, it was 2022. I still remember that game by heart. It was a nice game against Joe Burrow. But look, we're finally going to get the Burrow v. Dak game since that moment. And, this is going to be a really good one. But the one everyone's really looking forward to, Texans at Cowboys. Dak v. Stroud, the Battle of Texas. We already saw how the last game planned out, with the Texans literally almost embarrassed us on national television. Hopefully it's not one like that, but I'm really expecting a good one. Micah and against CJ, they had their little podcast going on there, kind of build a friendship there and there. But on that field, that night on week 11, it's gonna be nothing but blood between those two teams.
Yeah, I mean, as for the Rams, I was telling you, I'm pretty excited to see them hopefully get some revenge on that 2020 game against Tua. That definitely was a surprise to me that we didn't pull that one out, but Um, I'm expecting a hell of a game there. Miami's got a great defense, great offense as a whole. OBJ makes his return to SoFi. I mean, hey, the storylines keep coming. I'm
OBJ legacy game. We will be there. We will be there. Hey,
But,
we're missing the bigger one here. Week 17, Lions Niners, the rematch of the NFC Conference Championship game. That one's probably to close out Thursday Night Football. NFL is really cooking with the
Monday Night
schedule
Football,
here.
but wait.
Yeah, this is
Okay,
Monday Night
yeah,
Football.
Monday Night.
Yeah,
You said Thursday.
They're really-
but yeah.
excuse me. They're really
Yeah.
they're really cooking with this one. That's probably
Hey, but
that is
keeping it with the
probably-
Niners too. I mean, not about the Niners, but hey, storyline week 1, Jets Niners. Aaron Rodgers once again Monday Night Football. After his only game with the Jets was the opening Monday Nighter, and his other Monday Nighter. Keep this one looking. Bills Jets, the exact same Monday night matchup that he tore his Achilles in. Definitely some nice little storylines in here. I mean, just overall, I'm just looking at. If you want to look at the Week 15 doubleheader, which I know you hate the Monday night doubleheaders.
I don't like doubleheaders, man. Like just stick with one.
Caleb Williams against JJ McCarthy, the Falcons against the Raiders. That could definitely be a down.
Penix
down
and
line could be a
O'Connell will feed families, bro. Watch.
Hey, Week 16.
No.
Will the Rattler be playing against
The Rattler.
against
The
Carson
Rattler
against
against
the
the
Packers?
love. The Rattler loves he loves the Rattler, but I think when the Rattler's going against his team against the Love Bug, I don't know, man. I think there's gonna be some
The Love
ties
Bug is
between that.
something.
The Love Bug.
We're gonna throw in to kind of close this out right before we get into our teams, the holiday games. Now, Thanksgiving, Christian, we're getting Danny Dimes. Why are we getting two primetime games against Danny Dimes?
Again, look, man. I don't know. Everyone keeps complaining for Thanksgiving that Cowboys get easy teams. We don't make the schedule. You act like we choose the team.
No, nobody's saying that. We're getting mad at
Yeah.
the NFL. We're not getting
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Everyone just keeps.
Should have been Houston. I've been telling you, it should have been.
No,
Houston.
I wanted it to
brotherly
be
love and
Houston.
Thanksgiving. I don't know what they.
I wanted it to be Houston against Dallas, or Houston against anyone else. I know you had your little debacle. No one wants to see the Dolphins Packers.
Hey, as much as I'm happy to see the Sunday night opener against Detroit, what better place to put that than Thanksgiving with Matt Stafford coming back to Detroit once again. I thought that would have been a phenomenal storyline. But I mean, hey, look, I was dogging on the night game that we were gonna get the Dolphins Packers. It's a hell of a game. Let's get that out of the way. It's gonna be a great game. Two great teams, which I'm expecting a lot out of the Packers, as I keep saying. And in Christmas, I'm
the only good game probably is going to be Baltimore Texans.
I mean, no, I
really.
love the Texans Baltimore game. I'm just thinking like, Chiefs Steelers. I'm not too into it. And why is it on Netflix? Why do we have to watch it on Netflix?
I did not realize that. Why?
Who's calling that game? Who are they getting?
First,
get us.
I don't know.
Get us on the call. He's on Fox.
Netflix.
Get us on the call.
NFL, we will be. We'll have our
Netflix,
phones ready. Netflix, we will have our phones ready. We will call those games. And, that wraps up the holiday schedule. So, I mean, that actually wraps up probably most of the whole schedule. Now, we're going to do a little bit of elaborations of our team schedule. So,
I know you had a lot to say about that stretch you got.
Look, all right. That couple game stretch, that 6 game stretch before our bye week. We're opening up with the Browns. Moving on with the Saints. Then Ravens. So that's a 3-game stretch. That's kind of tough.
I honestly don't see a point in complaining because, the Browns, that's definitely that's going to be a tough game to start.
I'm not complaining at all. But the Cowboys, I don't know. It's always a constant with them losing to mediocre teams.
I'm not
the Saints
complaining,
right there.
but you're complaining.
Exactly. Look, the Saints are right there. You can consider them a mediocre team.
They are. They're still going to have Derek Carr. I don't think Rattler's going to be, in there just yet by this point.
Not Rattler at that moment, but
not just yet. But look, definitely that Ravens game is going to be a tough one. You're gonna cook the Giants. I expect you to beat the Steelers. The Lions, that's the game. They're out for revenge. They're out for some heavy revenge.
I'm not gonna hear the end of it from Lions fans from the was it week 7, the week 17 game? I'm not gonna hear the end of it.
Yeah, week 16, 17. Yeah.
I'm not gonna hear the end of it. If we end up beating them, it's lose-lose. We win or lose. We're not gonna hear the end of it.
No, I think if you win without some questionable calls, I think you'll definitely shut them up. But they win.
I think after the bye week,
after the bye week, San Francisco.
Yeah, San Fran,
Falcons,
Kirk,
The Eagles, though,
Hurts,
that's always a good
Hurts, CJ, and then Jaden
game.
Daniels.
Jaden Daniels, if he's good.
Exactly.
Okay,
Giants
the
again.
Giants.
Then
Joe
Burrow.
Burrow, Bryce
CJ
Young.
Stroud.
Bryce Young
Bryce Young,
could
excuse
be
me.
something. I mean, we'll
Could
see
be.
how he does
Baker,
in the
though.
second season.
That one's gonna be a good
Baker.
one, and then
Low
Jalen
key,
again.
yeah. After that bye
Yeah.
week, I mean, you're playing some good teams and the Giants. But I mean, we'll wait and see how that ends up for you. But now for my Rams. Now, honestly, I didn't even really get into it as much, so we're kind of just going into this little by little. And I mean, after that Lions game, I already said it's gonna be a phenomenal game. Got Arizona. Okay, that's the home game. So I think the other game was the one I was talking about. That's gonna be. Damn, I'll go to AZ against for that week 2 game. We're gonna go to Chicago to see to see Caleb Williams. Definitely. I mean, we're seeing a good amount of rookies that we're gonna have a chance to play. So I mean, that's obviously a good thing. You know, if, hopefully give them a welcome to the NFL moment for most of them. And I mean, I don't know. I'm not too upset. I was kind of telling you going back to MetLife in December. I'm not too happy about that. We'll see how the Jets are looking. That's kind of, I guess you could say, a rough one.
We will be there for the Packers game. Me, you, and Carbs. We will be.
I've been saying that too. I mean, from the jump, I think that's going to be. It's not prime time, is it? Yeah, it's not. But regardless, I mean, it's just a big game. Yeah. I mean, overall, I mean, I'm really liking how it's looking for us. Only games that really worry me are obviously the Niner games. I could see, Philly could pull some fast ones where we usually do struggle with Philly, and I don't know, the
Maybe
Jets,
Dolphins.
could they be good? Even the Cardinals, like we've been
Dolphins.
saying, the Cardinals can be sneaky good. Definitely.
Well, I mean, it's a divisional matchup. Divisional matchups, it can always, something can always happen.
Wait and see what ends up happening with that with that Kyler and Marvin Harrison duo. I mean, that's definitely something to look out for. Then, I mean, I'm kind of talking about all the rookies we're gonna have to face, but if they have some solid starts, they're definitely gonna be some scary teams to face. But I mean, overall, I think we're both pretty satisfied with how our game. And we already know who we were playing. It's just the order that we got to figure out what's it gonna look like. And I mean, overall, I'm not too. Let's get into preseason real quick. First preseason game, Cowboys Rams at SoFi. We will be there.
We're $20 tickets.
No meetup. Beans no ball meetup.
Beans no ball SoFi edition. We'll be live streaming the whole event.
I mean, we could also go. Sam, I could go. I might even.
Look, we could try for the Raider game as well. Live Vegas. Hopefully this time.
Rams will be back at SoFi that exact weekend against the Chargers. So I mean, if everything works out, we definitely got a nice amount of games.
The Chargers at SoFi as well. So it's a lot of. I don't mean to brag, but I'm kind of undefeated in SoFi 2-0. So just had to point that out.
It's the Chargers, Christian. I've won. We won most of the games I've been to SoFi.
Well, one was preseason. It was still over.
We lost to the Chargers when I went in preseason. But I mean, Christian, give me an early record prediction there with the way you're seeing it.
We're going 16-1, and we're losing to the.
Now, give me a realistic one.
Okay, look. With the way everything was set up in the season, Ho's draft thoughts, our floor, I'm probably 10-7. If I'm really being really thorough on this one. If our highest,
that's a generous floor.
Exactly.
I would say if we're being real, this floor is probably like 8 and 9.
Could be. I mean, that's what everyone thinks the past couple years.
No, we're just talking. Look, if we're talking floor.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Ceiling.
I would say 11, 12 wins again. 11.
I would say 10, 11 wins is just
another 12-5 season. I can't wait. We'll win the wild card and lose in the divisional. She's saying only repeats, but honestly, yeah, 11 or 12 wins. That's probably what I see the most realistic option for there. Now for your Rams, it could look better from the top of next season.
I'm really liking it. I'm kind of thinking, I mean, we're definitely going to drop a game to the Niners. I expect a win against the Niners this season, but we'll split. I probably see us splitting everything except the Seahawks. I would expect a sweep there. Honestly, probably 13-4 ceiling, 10-7 floor with this team. I mean, it's the stuff we talk about. Any given Sunday, shit happens. We saw the Rams almost lost a heartbreaker against the Giants last season. Games go either way, and I definitely. I mean, we could both be playoff teams. Let's just put it that way. And there's still so much that's waiting to happen. Actually, yeah, you didn't give me. What's your floor for us?
Honestly, do see the Rams. If floor wise, I do see the Rams doing way better than the Cowboys. But again, that would just because of the defense with the secondary, probably 9-8, but 10-7 probably seems more realistic here.
I mean, I see it. I mean, hey, we're
Yeah.
we're both looking to be trending in a good way. Let's put it that way. And the schedule seemed to be okay. Nothing too crazy aside from. I mean, I'm not too happy about MetLife in December, but I digress. It's gonna do it for us. Like we said, a brief way to do it. But I mean, obviously, as usual, we get carried away with our teams. Definitely have a lot to say. See what else is coming. It gets pretty dry from the schedule at least to kick off. We'll see. I mean, there's a couple free
I
agents
mean,
left. There's
camps
some
and
there's some
OTAs
trades.
coming up too, so there's always
Well,
news
we
there.
will be at Oxnard and Rams camp, so look out for some actual like in-person type videos that we'll try to get out there. I mean that kind of wraps up like the main part of free agency. So definitely thank you guys for being on this first free agency that we're actually really covering stuff, and hope to get a lot more as training camp comes soon. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you like and subscribe, and we'll see you back very soon.